Hi, I'm Jeanette Caines. I'm the author of Soldering Demystified from Jewelry Arts Inc. in New York City, and I'm here to share a few tips and tricks that are going to help you in your soldering. The human eye is great at figuring out if things are straight if it has something straight to look at. If you're not looking at anything that's straight, it's very hard to get things lined up. And I'm sure all of you at one time or another have had a problem getting your shank in the middle or your jump ring in just the right spot. So this is a really easy method. All you need is a nice clean soldering board, a little ruler, and a ballpoint pen. All I'm going to do is take my ruler, line it up with the bottom of my block, and draw a nice straight line. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Maybe I'll lower that a little bit. Now I have a perfect spot. I can line up my ring shanks on top of my bezels. I can line up my jump rings, any kind of finding, and I can make sure that everything is exactly straight. And it cuts down on your setup time enormously. If I have a really complicated setup, then I'll also take my ruler and put in my 45-degree angles, and you can even put more in depending on how complicated a setup you need. But 90% of the time, just these two lines are going to change your life. This is just an example of the best soldering tip ever in action. You can see I've used my little crosshairs to line up my shank perfectly in the middle of my bezel. I used my lines to set up my bezel perfectly in the middle. So this way I know when I solder everything is going to be where I want it to be. Now this was a relatively simple setup, but you can use this for very complex arrangements and it's really helpful, and I think it's going to change your life.